2 days ago, I came across this post. It's Soro Trades, and this guy said $44,000 was payout from this E8 Markets account, and now $86,000. In total, $130,000 in just 2 payouts, which is a very impressive result. Also, they mentioned in the reply that E8 Markets could do an account review. So we brought all the equipment, even though there's a lot of tips in that X post in the replies, because he's a decent legit trader. He also provided with some tips. We want to provide more. So we are going to open his E8X dashboard. We're going to see his journey, the evaluation he traded, the simulated funded stage, and hopefully we can provide you with additional tips, additional insights. So I'm just going to make a quick coffee, and then I'm going to go to that room and I'll share anything that I learned about Soro Trades. So finally, this is the Soro's dashboard, and as you can see, his auto payouts are so far $44,000, but as he mentioned on that X post, he made more than $130,000. It's actually here in active E8 trader profits. He's pending and waiting for that payout. It should be processed any moment, and he will get the doubled $86,000 payout. What impresses me about Soro is how fast he managed to get into simulated funded stage. If we take a look at the evaluation, and by the way, this is the only evaluation he purchased so far with E8 Markets, the E8 Track 1-on-1. And on 23rd of April, he started trading the first phase. On 30th of April, he passed the second phase, making it only 1 week for him to pass the phase. And then again, from phase 2 to phase 3, took him additional week. On 8th of May, he started trading the phase 3, and eventually another week took him to get to the simulated funded stage, where he started trading on 16th of May with a $400,000. Right now, as I was saying, $130,000 of profit, making it more than $500,000, because E8 Track is a scalable account. So basically, once he gets the payout, he will be still trading $531,000. You can tell he's a decent, legit trader just looking at the calendar. August 2025, this month, he didn't close a single losing day. All of the trades are just profitable. Sometimes even open 22 trades, like on a Thursday. We'll get to that, because on that X post, someone was asking why so many trades, and he broke it down. We're going to remind you, what I wanted to speak to you about is that Soro is not a lucky trader. We've got traders who pass evaluation with 3 lucky trades, but then this guy, we can open any phase, and you can see he did it on 37 trades in that week. And the statistics, 43% win ratio, which should not be profitable, but then he compensated with the risk-reward ratio 2.5, average loss 1.4. and average win $5,000. And I think something very similar goes for the simulated funded stage. We can actually take a look now. So 47% win ratio and 1.5 risk reward ratio. And then average loss 1.2, average win almost doubled, 2.2. And again, we get to the point where you don't need to actually have that many profitable trades if you let those trades run. When you have the momentum, once you have the volatility, just let it run. Your risk-reward ratio could be 2, 3, and with 3 risk-reward ratio, your win ratio could be even 27%, as we saw on previous episode. So far he did 83 trades to get on 130k payout. Let's take a look at what he trades, because I shared the post yesterday on my Instagram advising to beginners that they should be trading single or 2, 3 instruments at max, because then it's so time consuming. If you're trading 12 instruments or even more, you can expand your portfolio after a few months trading those. Believe me, it will help you to find success in trading. At least it will improve your results. Actually, we found out when we do the live streams, the account review live streams, where a lot of traders in the chat mentioned that many of those successful traders are just trading one instrument, mostly gold, to be honest. So, Soro here is a very experienced trader. We can tell just based on the way he trades that he's trading about 12 instruments. So it is mostly the pound and Canadian dollar and USD Canadian dollar, where he did on pound Canadian dollar $87,000 and on US dollar Canadian dollar he did $123,000. Again, maybe he's focusing mostly on those two, but looking at the trading volume, he trades definitely more than 2 or 3 instruments. Okay, so now let's get back to that point. Why does he open that many trades? He replied that he usually cut the big position into smaller positions, which makes perfect sense because most of you guys, and I know that, you are trying to catch the trend reversal or end of the correction to enter again to the trend. Trust me, you won't find the perfect level where to enter and the market would just immediately go in your favor. So this actually is pretty smart, because when you cut the 10 lot position into 5 2-lot positions and you open as the market goes against you, not only that, when the market reverses, you are going to get into profit sooner, but on the other hand, if you open a 3rd position and the market is still not developing according to your plan, according to what you forecasted, then you can get out of the trade, which is also very important to know where to get out, where to exit. So I think this is really smart. The only flaws of this might be that whenever you open the 2-lot instead of 10-lot position and the market goes immediately in your favor, you won't make as much money as you possibly could if you'd open the 10-lot, but it's less risky in my view. Also, what he said, and what I find really interesting, is that he opens the trades on 1 or 5 minute time frames and then he holds it as a swing trader. Me as a swing trader, that's a very interesting approach, because I'm mostly watching 4-hour daily chart and weekly chart. Sometimes I go to 1-hour chart, but never on 1 minute chart, even though when I'm looking for entries, I'm looking at 1 hour at lowest. So very impressive strategy that he has. So this is his journey. I hope you guys gain some insights, some tips that help you succeed in the markets, and I'll see you with another account review.